So, hello, how are you doing today? This is Love or Tarot. I'm your host, Jay, and that's Jay with the I and not with the Y. Okay, I'm here to do just a general reading. I really was feeling some shifts going on, a lot of stuff going on. I've been experiencing a lot of confusion with all of this new astrological energy that's going on currently right now, and Mercury in retrograde. I mean, really has everybody's throat chakra on. Ugh. Okay, so I wanted to come on here and do a quick reading, quick check-in with you guys, and looking to do some other things too. So definitely make sure that you're following me on Instagram because I like to ask a lot of, what you guys want, what you guys need type of questions on there. Okay? And you can find me there on Instagram at Love or Tarot as well. Okay? So first we're going to pull a few cards, and then we'll see what advice we get a little later on, okay? So, Spirit, please bring forth messages of truth, clarity, love, and light for all of us. Spirit, please bring forth messages of truth, healing, love, and light for all of us. Okay. Quite a few cards out here. Woo, interesting. Okay. So first card out was the Tower card. Interesting. The next card out is the Five of Wands. Third card out is the Devil card. And then we have the Four of Cups. Okay. This is so funny. This is absolutely hilarious. Now, the reason being is because I figured I wasn't the only person going through this. So basically, the energy that we have here is that something has been occurring with each and every one of us. Everybody's situation is different. So for some of you, it may be friendships ending. For some of you, it may be relationships ending. For some of you, it may be an argument at the workplace, you losing your job or you quitting your job. All of those things are present here in this tower moment. Something that had to happen, had to occur in order for you to be set on the correct path. And it was like it angered you. For a lot of us, it angered you. It made you very upset. Some of us, it was formed in the visual or feeling of like confusion, which is funny because then we have the Five of Wands, this senseless place of senseless arguing, being full of your thoughts in your head, not really fully getting clarity on the situation, but just constantly going back and forth in your mind about like, what could I have done differently? What is it that I didn't do? What is it that they did? Trying to make all the puzzle pieces fit. And right now, they're just not going to fit. I've come to that realization. They're not going to fit. And it's because there's things that are happening right now to put us on the correct path. Course correction. Course correction is what I've been hearing a lot lately. So, with me in my own particular situation, just getting into disagreements with friends, ending friendships, not really understanding why it's happening, just feeling like it's just a whole bunch of nonsense going on around me that I can't seem to, get a grip on. And I'm like, I just don't get it. I just don't understand what does sweet little me do. So maybe some of you are feeling the same way that I'm feeling. But in other cases too, we have to understand that there's this devil energy at play. There's this devil energy at play, this manipulative energy, this energy of catching you when you're at your lowest point and making you go into more of a lower vibration. For a lot of you, this devil energy has a lot to do with anger, frustration, lashing out, acting in a way that does not serve your highest good. So definitely make sure that you're, refraining from the reactions, okay? Make sure that you're being responsive and not necessarily reactive, okay? Because there's a lot of anger here with this card. And, as you see in the actual depiction here, she's standing here quite calm, well balanced in her emotions, but there's this fire brewing underneath her with this energy in the background. Okay? Yep, there's some truth coming in because now my throat chakra's acting up and I have no water here. So I'm going to go ahead and get through this. And then we have the Four of Cups. We have the Four of Cups. So for some of you, this is a situation that's happening, and this situation has occurred, and there's no acceptance on the other end. For some of us, we're feeling like, why is this happening? I didn't do anything to deserve this. I don't accept this as course correction. I don't accept this as something that is going to eventually do, be better for me. Excuse me. And it's almost like Spirit is trying to offer us something that is going to be so monumental and so great. Pay attention again to the color here. We have the heart chakra, okay? So some of us are being given a very divine gift, a very sweet thing. And we don't want to take it. Then there's others of you who are experiencing these tower moments and choosing to fall into a space of, overindulging, falling into a space where there's a lot of drinking, a lot of smoking, a lot of doing, recreational drugs, and falling into that rabbit hole of, this is how I'm going to make myself feel better. I would definitely say that it's definitely hard not to go into that dark place when so many things are happening and changing at such a rapid pace. But the important thing to note here is that you'll continue to be victorious. This is not the end. This is the beginning of something. This isn't the end. And because it's the beginning, that means that there's so much more story to tell. Spirit, can you tell us about the Five of Wands? Okay. Spirit, can you tell us more about the Five of Wands? Yep. Okay. Again, like I was saying, being in this senseless state of just everything's going everywhere. It's almost like, the only person that you're fighting with is yourself, but different parts of yourself. Okay? And it's like nobody can win. So it's just like everybody's just angry, upset, all these different facets of yourself are, kind of coming forward and just feeling like, I'm confused, I'm hurt, I'm happy, no, I'm sad, I'm, like just all of these different emotions you're feeling at once. And it's rooted in this King of Wands in reverse, this anger. Some of us are so upset and are now in a position where we feel like there's so much on our plate, there's so much that needs to be done, there's so much that we're trying to do, and that we just don't have time for this tower moment to exist. Just don't have time for that tower moment to exist. But it's presenting itself here as, again, a way to correct the course that you're on. And this devil energy came out as the Hermit. So it's almost like you're sitting in silence, going through all of this emotional turmoil and not speaking on it, not saying anything, because this energy that's around you is convincing you, hey, it's okay. Nobody cares. Nobody's worried about you. Nobody's here to support you. You're in this all on your own. And it's forced you into kind of this hermit mode, this place of being, retracted from everyone, not really speaking to anyone, just in seclusion. Yeah, and for a lot of you, if this situation, no, they're telling me no. This is a situation, for those of you that I'm tapped into, it's like this is a situation that is not romantic. And then for some of you, it is romantic. So this Four of Cups has a lot to do with the offers that you've been getting, as far as people wanting to talk to you, wanting to engage, and you're just not interested. And this hermit mode is more so you wanting to be by yourself and not necessarily being pushed into being by yourself or feeling like you have to be by yourself because of these things that are occurring and kind of secluding yourself away from other people. But in both circumstances, it's still this desire to be alone because of what has transpired. Spirit, can you give us more information on this devil energy? And we have the Empress in reverse. So that feeling of just, I might as well sit by myself because I lost everything anyway. You didn't lose everything. You're getting ready to gain everything. Wow. That's what I just heard Spirit say. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so then we have the Five of Swords and the Queen of Cups, okay? Being in a place of just sheer, I'm going to get it together. It's going to take me some time, but I'm going to get it together. But with this Five of Swords, I almost get this energy of wanting someone to blame. Wanting someone to blame. It's like, you know, being in this, you know, Queen of Cups upright energy, but feeling like, oh no, I did nothing to deserve that. So this must be on someone else because it's not on me. But in this situation, there's really no blame here. This isn't a situation of blame. Spirit, can you tell us more about this Four of Cups? Spirit, can you tell us more about the Four of Cups? Spirit, please, can you tell us more about the Four of Cups? Yeah. The Death card. You know, the Death card. So again, you know, talking to that transformation, that this was the inevitable to get you to this point. This had to happen in order for you to fully transform and become the person that you were meant to be. The things that are occurring in your life right now are to see, hey, are you really ready for all the things that you've been asking for? Are you really equipped to deal with walking away from everything that once was and becoming anew? This is of someone who's anew. This is someone leaving the past. In the past, all this trauma, all of the stuff that, you know, held them back, all the things and issues that they had in the past, they're no longer having. They're walking away renewed, you know, awakened, you know, spiritually. You know, their crown chakra is lit. Do y'all see that? You know, allowing themselves to be led by their inner knowing and their self-awareness, as well as, you know, them being connected with, you know, higher consciousness, and also being, you know, connected to beings of light. Beings of light. That's interesting. And for a lot of you, this is about the awakening process altogether. Because I'm sorry, I just heard star seeds. And so it's like some of you, this is an awakening altogether. You know, for some of us, it's, you know, this push and pull because we're already, you know, semi-aware of the things that are occurring in the world and aware of the, you know, the matrix of itself, and, you know, kind of already separate ourselves from that and are still, you know, experiencing a whole situation within our lives that is kind of like, you know, felt like a veer off course. But then for a lot of you, it's that this transformation of going from being in the dark to being in the light. Being in this situation where you're experiencing your spiritual awakening and everything seems crazy, everything seems confusing, and it's almost frustrating because you feel like you have no one to talk to. You feel like you can't talk to anyone about it because they're going to think that you're crazy. Trust me when I say I have gone through so much in my spiritual awakening and continue to. I honestly feel like the spiritual awakening never ends. I feel like we're always going to find more out about what we're actually experiencing and the lives that we're actually living and the reason for that. And as someone I watch here on YouTube said, you know, we all have a piece of the puzzle. And I truly believe that too. Like, we all have a piece of the puzzle. So, you know, to say in itself that like, oh, you know, I feel so crazy. You may feel a little nuts. You may, you know, some of us are experiencing some serious things that are so outside of our norm that it's sometimes hard to kind of take on and deal with. I know for me, you know, when I first was in the period of my life experiencing, things involving spirituality, my mediumship, even at a young age. I'm going to my parents, I'm asking them questions, I'm telling them what's going on with me, and they're looking at me like I'm nuts. Ready to commit me to the crazy house, And then that's when I was like, oh, I'm just not going to talk about this anymore, because clearly I'm on my way to the crazy house and I need to be quiet. I need to not say anything. I need to keep myself muted. And I'm sorry for anybody that may be offended. I'm not at all saying that, it's the crazy house, but I'm just saying, like, that's how I felt as a young kid. I truly believe that, there's a place for, everything and everybody. And I truly believe that, people that, tend to have, some mental health issues definitely should seek help. But then there's some of us who are just very in tune and very connected to spirit. And a lot of times that's taken as, misconstrued as something else, as far as, the mental health arena goes. But I'm not a therapist, so don't quote me. But I would just definitely say that because of this situation and because of this transformation, it is hard. And if this, in fact, is your spiritual awakening, my best advice to you is to literally don't research anything. And I know that may sound crazy, but honestly, don't research anything. Don't research anything. Really look to yourself for the knowledge that you seek about what's going on with you. Ask your guides. They're always there. They're always present. Through my journey, there have been so many different gods and goddesses, as well as different beings that have come to me and explained things to me. And had I have been in a situation where I only depended on the information that was out in the world, I'd be lost. So it's so important that you seek your own knowledge first before you even step out into the world and ask the world for its advice. Because honestly, the world is such a confusing place right now, because so many people are waking up at rapid pace, and there are so many people trying to give out information. Some people don't know and are just saying they know. Some people, are in fact in tune and, are sharing messages, but their messages and their truth may not be yours. And that's where, things kind of get confusing. So again, everyone has a piece of the puzzle. Make sure you find yours for yourself, okay? And, I love you guys. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull a few cards of advice for us here. Oh my God, almost 20 minutes. A girl can run her mouth, I'm telling you. Sheesh. I need to hurry up. My baby is taking a nap. Oh, before I even start, card on the bottom is Spider Spirit. Make your dreams real. That's what we got to do here in this present time. We really do. We got to make our dreams real. Spirit, can we get some messages of advice out here for the collective? Spirit. Oh, okay, there we go. Alrighty. So this is quite interesting. Whew. Okay. So we have here, Spirit has a plan, Koala Spirit. Look at that. We have a rebirth is assured. Remember that death card, death and rebirth. Things are falling apart so they can fall back together. And then we have Grasshopper Spirit, take a leap of faith. And then we have Skunk Spirit, know your worth. And we have Squirrel Spirit, believe in yourself. Come on now, Spirit. Come on now, Spirit. What else needs to be said here? Spirit has a plan, rebirth is assured, take a leap of faith, know your worth, and believe in yourself. Come on, that's it. That's the message of the whole reading, ain't it? The message of the whole reading, it's going to sound crazy to everybody else, but it doesn't matter what it sounds like. It doesn't matter what it feels like. What matters is that you're literally on your way to your 10 of Cups. You're on your way to your full emotional fulfillment and everything that it is that you were here to do. My aunt loves to say, it's not that you didn't know. You're just trying to remember. That's all. and we're waking up, we're in the very position that we're in because we're trying to remember. Our souls are trying to connect to us and let us know that this is who we've always been. Okay? So I'm super excited, bringing great things for the collective. I just, playing around with the cards. Another card came out, White Raven Spirit. Trust in the magic. That's it. That's all. Love you guys so much. Until next time, I will see you soon. Bye now.